The world is shaking again. Iran and the United States, face to face.
Breaking news from the Middle East. Tensions between Iran and the United States have sharply escalated, with public threats, worldwide protests, and regional pressure reaching new heights. Today we bring you the most important updates you must know right now. Iran's strongest warning yet. Iran's top diplomat has issued one of the most direct warnings to the United States so far. He stated that if the US strikes Iran over this year's violent protests, Tehran would retaliate with everything it has, signaling a potential full-scale military conflict rather than a limited clash. This comes amid a fatal nationwide crackdown on protests inside Iran, which are spreading against economic hardship and government repression, and have already resulted in thousands of reported deaths and arrests. Protests continue across Iran. Mass demonstrations are still ongoing throughout Iran, with crowds confronting both security forces and internet shutdowns. These protests, which began over rising prices and economic collapse, have grown into one of the most serious domestic unrest movements in years. The security situation is volatile, and Tehran's leadership sees this as not just internal strife but as part of foreign interference. Regional diplomacy efforts. While the rhetoric is heating up, diplomacy has not completely disappeared. Iraq's prime minister says Baghdad is working to host talks between Iranian and US officials to reduce tensions and prevent war. However, both sides are far apart politically, making real breakthroughs difficult. Wider Middle East security concerns. Neighboring countries are watching closely. Israel's armed forces have stated they are prepared to respond to any threat from Iran or its allies, showing the wider region feels the impact of this conflict as well. This means that even if Iran and the US stay out of full war, regional instability could still increase sharply. US political signals. Reports suggest that earlier threats by US leadership to strike Iran did not immediately lead to action, partly due to political considerations and debate inside the US government about the consequences of military involvement. Still, Washington has made it clear, all options are on the table, if Iran or its security forces continue to escalate the crisis. What this means for the world. Pushpin military escalation risk. Very real, according to analysts. Sudden events or miscommunication could fuel a broader conflict that involves more countries. Pushpin economic impact. Markets and oil prices are responding to the uncertainty, especially since Iran sits along strategic energy routes. Pushpin diplomatic struggle. Regional and global powers are pushing for negotiation, but trust is low and progress is uncertain. Checkmark Iran has issued unprecedented threats of retaliation against the US. Checkmark massive protests inside Iran continue with deadly clashes. Checkmark regional diplomacy is ongoing but fragile. Checkmark the wider Middle East is on high alert with Israel ready to defend. Checkmark the possibility of direct conflict is higher than it has been in years. What do you think will happen next? War, de-escalation, or tense peace? Comment below, like, share, and subscribe for the most up-to-date world news coverage. Stay informed.